This is the Homeika vacuum cleaner, and this is everything that it comes with. It comes with a wall mounting piece. It also comes with a plug, and this is the kind of plug that it is. This guy and this kind of end. So that goes right into the battery. This is the battery. The battery has to be plugged in for it to work. Now I've had this device for about 6 months, and there's some pluses and minuses that I wanted to go over. Plus is that it is fairly light. Most of the weight is in the top part, obviously. The bottom part is very light, which I like for when I'm going over the tile in my room here, so I don't have a lot of clunking, where I have another vacuum and it makes a clunking noise. It has 3 different speeds, so when you press the trigger button here, it will show you on here which speed you're on, and it will show you how much charge is left in the battery. I learn something new every day. I didn't even know what this one was, so I just pressed this button and this whole piece came off. And there is another filter in there that I didn't know that there was. I'm showing you right here what that piece is. And then there is another filter in there that I didn't know had, so I'm gonna be looking and changing that thing out. This one right here takes the battery off, so if you do have more than one battery, you can take that on and off to charge it. It does need the battery on here to run. One thing I wanted to note about this battery is don't leave it plugged in all the time. I had a problem with that where the battery died because I had left it plugged in all the time, and I contacted the manufacturer and they were nice enough to send me out another one. But I learned my lesson, do not keep it plugged in all the time. I only charge it when it's, you know, almost dead, and then I only charge it to 100% and then I unplug the battery. Things to note about this is the cup is pretty big. I think it's pretty big, and it holds a lot of stuff. There's the release on that, and you can just hold this over a garbage can and let that go. Attachment wise, I love this one. I like to take off that one down there and then use this long handle to fit down in that crevice over there where my cat litter box is. It works great for that. And this one works for getting into grooves of things and your baseboards and stuff. There is another filter in here, and I always have trouble getting this back on, so just take my word for it that there's a filter in there. Onto the negative things. So negative things about this, I would say that as I'm using it for more than, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes, it will start to sound like it's getting tired. So it'll start sounding winded. The actual, you know, motor will sound winded. And then if I turn it down and cut it down, it will cool down and not have that problem again. So I really only vacuum it for about 10 minutes at a time, even if the charge is fully charged. It doesn't do that great on my low pile carpet here. For example, I had some debris right here. It really struggles picking up that fine particles. This is like that powdered floor deodorizer stuff, so it doesn't really come up on this vacuum cleaner that well. But being said, I use this vacuum cleaner quite a lot. I pick it up just for quick cleanups around the house. I like to vacuum the kitchen, all of the tile areas before I mop with it. I like to, like I said, take this part off and put that other attachment on it for, you know, detail work around the corners and to get into that tight space right there. It's just, I find it really handy and I find it really useful for a lot of things. So I would give this a solid B on the vacuum. It's not my only vacuum, but it's also surprisingly the vacuum that I grab the most often, if that makes any sense. Just because it's just easy to grab, it's light, and it's easy to put back. There's no cord to deal with. I don't have to wind anything up, and it's not super heavy, so carrying this up and down the stairs is a breeze. So that's the review on this guy. That's it. Bye.